morning, good afternoon, good night, and welcome to another week's episode of the Eat Fruit Show, aka podcast. I'm your girl, Kay.
I'm your girl, Killa. Big Killa with 4 A's to you, though.
And period. So before we get into this week's show, we want to remind you guys that first and foremost, we thank you guys for all of your genuine, true support. We really do appreciate it. I won't speak for Killa. I truly appreciate it. And, Killa can more than speak for herself, but I'm sure, the sentiments are the same. And I'm just truly humbled, as I said, just for all the love you guys are showing. And we are embarking into a new season, and that is summer. And it's just truly a blessing. So thank you guys for that. Now, with that thank you being said, be sure to get your merch at Shop Downtown. This week's episode's one of the sponsors is Shop Downtown. So you can get your Eat Fruit, Mind Your Business shirts, your Downtown OG shirts. Don't waste no time with negativity and support the things. Killer.
Very, very nice. So we have Icy Little Tings, Diamante and Beaded Custom Jewelry. Check us out for the waist beads, for anklets. We also have harness jewelry, little fetish situation. Hit us up on Insta. Icy Little Tings. We have Sant Lisi with the natural butters, scrubs, and oils. Get your skin right. Hit us up on STLISI Skin on Instagram as well. And we have Big Killa for, the cute little art play. We got the wearable art, the usable art, the NFTs. Hit up Big Killa with 4 A's on IG. Also hit us up at bigkilla.com. Pick up some merch, support the things.
Period. Who are you wearing today? I love that one. Super hard.
Today is Auntie Cole in the red room.
See the red.
Auntie Cole is the illest. Shout out to Auntie Cole.
Lit. It's fire. And so without further ado, guys, pineapple fruit, let's get into it. So we want to say thank you guys again as well for your continuous support with passion fruit. We're letting it rinse, we're letting it marinate, digest, do what it needs to do. So in the meantime, we've given you guys 6 playlists, okay? We've given you guys 6 different fruits to partake and enjoy and take with you along your summer. And we're gonna see, just how it goes from there. So if you're listening and you're playing the playlist on Spotify, please hit that follow button, that like button, so we know that you're rocking with it. And on Apple Music, please hit that follow button, so as well we know that you're rocking with it. So you have bear fruit, you have mango, you have cherry, you have watermelon, you have strawberry, and you have passion fruit.
Passion fruit, no guava, just straight passion fruit.
Great.
Sexy.
I'm already
sexy. It didn't really sink in until.
And mind your business.
Damn straight. You tell her. You tell everybody, girl. You tell them. Yeah, it didn't really heit me until maybe today. What we did, I was just like, this is a huge ode.
Heavy.
You are good guests, you do good things though.
It's heavy. And I realize it is going to take man's a bit more time for that to marinate in, for them to realize, oh shit, that really is it. So passion fruit, as we said, mango. Actually, let me say it like this. Bear fruit, we gave you guys first. And that was us just letting you know the bear fruits, just giving you samples here or there of where we can go. You know what I mean? Then after we gave you, let me say the things correctly. After we gave you bear fruit, okay, we gave you guys mango. And that was our ode to the queens in dancehall, okay? Because both Killa and I share Jamaican heritage. So we had to set that reminder, and a mango is always just juicy, succulent, all the things, okay? Then we gave you guys watermelon playlist. Playlist number 3. Watermelon, it was giving you some seeded watermelon. And that was giving you just that seeded watermelon. Okay. All of our melanated kings and queens that just really helped to put us into that mindset of being like boss. And that's what watermelon was about. Then we gave you niggas cherry, okay? Or we slowed things all the way down and we said, all right.
Slow. We nice and slowed it. $1 billion worth of game, and then we nice and slowed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then y'all got strawberry. All right. With all of our females repping, giving you guys bare 16s, letting you guys know that females are a part of this thing we call music more than
Like a
vocals.
huge contributing part. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Active contributing part.
Facts. And then, of course, playlist number 6, Passion Fruit, which was our ode to Toronto. So let that marinate. You guys are able to find it in the links at the Instagram of Eat Fruit Pod, as well as there on the YouTube channel. If you go on www.downtownworld.com, the playlist links are there under the music tab. As well, you can listen, find what you need. Okay. So with that being said, pineapple, yes. Sorry, Killa.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
That basically. Basically that, son.
So pineapple fruit for this week, I think where we could possibly start is the fact that girls, it is definitely time to change the foundation. Switch it over.
The tan melanin needs to be a little deeper. It's true.
It's dangerous times.
Where I have to like let go of certain colors right now.
You do.
Or else you're just like
looking like a clown out here.
Looking dusty. That's not for us queens. We don't step out dusty. No. Not when we're melanated, no.
Looking mad dusty. For real though. Looking like you threw a mad baby powder on your face. Listen. Listen, I wish somebody would have told me certain times in my life. There's a lesson I had to learn the hard way. Like, why isn't my makeup working? Because you didn't know these things.
You needed an Aunt Jackie.
So
anybody worry about your makeup, just hit up Jackie Aina on YouTube. Big up to Aunt Jackie.
Big ups.
You
Heavy.
Are cultural treasure, and you should be protected at any cost.
Shell gets a different laser. All you guys want to compliment me on my makeup looks? Auntie Jackie showed me how the primer and the serums and the moisturizing before the serums and the listen, Jackie Anna gave the things, okay? So she was my big sis virtually, and she taught me how to do my makeup, period. So that's where I be learning things from. And being like 99% of our podcast audience is female. So it's our due diligence, Killa. Ladies, it's time to change the foundation to the summer colors, the summer foundation, the summer eyebrow pencil.
Eyebrow pencil. I need to get into a brown one. I didn't realize that might be a little bit better. But like
Spike at MAC. Ooh. Swear by it. Tried and true. I don't play with other pencils. Spike from MAC. And if you want a drugstore option.
Yep, give me the drugstore. I am all for the progression of the drugstore.
Because Rexall and Shoppers Drug Mart stay open during this pandemic.
You know that if those two places close, I think everybody's head would start spinning right off their bodies and flying up.
At least I can go there and get a candle.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the normalcy is. Oh my God. At least this should stay the same.
So a drugstore option that you can use, if not MAC Spike, is CoverGirl, and the color is 705 Rich Brown.
Okay.
Now, what I like about these pencils is like, what you'll see, it's not like a thick eyebrow pencil.
Mhm.
It's literally like the hairs.
Yeah.
Like
What's the formulation?
no, like it's not a pen either. It's like,
Mm. Oh, and
I
it's
don't
a
know if you can
brush.
really see it. No.
It has like, oh, no.
I
It's
just
like it's like a brush.
I wanted it up so you could see it. No, that's the
Oh,
pencil.
it's a pencil, yeah.
But
Okay.
it's like, you can I prefer a more natural than a wet looking brow. Depends on the look you're going for. But that is my like, I don't have to put nothing on my face, but like just a little.
Yeah, because sometimes when you do your eyebrows and you don't want to put on like a lot of makeup, those eyebrow pencils, like they're severe. You know what I mean? Like you just have these strong eyebrows.
Yeah.
The aggressive eyebrows.
Yeah. So that's like the natural brow look, I would say.
That and like a good brush. I do actually.
But
like
it has it.
on the
It
other
has
side.
it.
Yeah.
And both of the brands that I mentioned, the brush is lit too. That's why I'm like, I don't, this is the type of makeup person I am. Once I find what works for me, I don't play doing this whole trial and error with everything else. I stick with like,
I mean,
what my skin said was okay.
yeah, like especially if you don't wear makeup every day,
Exactly.
you're gonna stick to those things that are guaranteed to work when you do.
Exactly.
For me, when it comes to brows, I don't necessarily fill in everywhere. I'll fill in maybe like the thinner parts 1st and then start building like a shape to it and like the little strokes, just so I'm not wearing so much of it. And then I brush it out because I like that like natural look too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Yeah, so foundation is a must. I feel like this summer I might be doing a no foundation thing.
Yeah,
like I feel like especially with like the mask and just like being inside a lot, like when I do go outside, I feel like putting on this foundation on top of the air I haven't been naturally been able like to get.
Yeah.
I feel like I just want to let my skin breathe. So I might just like do a little bit more touch up. But with that, I will say you have to be on your water. Like you can't be drinking no pop and think that you're gonna be walking around this summer with no foundation.
Blowing it up. Think you're walking out with just a little CC or a BB, a little tinted sunscreen. But honestly, that's summer living, like that's summer life. Just having that light, like ready to go, fresh face. By the time you get outside, it's sweating anyway, so like it all molds into like a dewy glow.
Oh my god.
For me, it's gonna be a CC cream. I have I think MAC Prep and Prime in like a peachy kind of color. I love that. It just kind of like blurs you out ever so slightly. You know what I mean? And you get to go by the time you make your moves and it starts melting around. It's not actually melting, it's just acting like a moisturizer by that point in time. So you just get a nice little dewy look. I'll throw like some highlighter in the little highlighter places.
Yeah.
You know, the little balm or a super matte lip.
I love a matte.
Yeah.
I love a good matte lip. So another thing is just kind of like, please make sure, usually I wash my brushes once a week. And that's because like, as I said, I do like a lot of interviews and like each interview I bring a different look. So like, I'm not playing that game to have like a huge breakout on my skin one day. So that is something that I do weekly. And I feel like for the summer, please guys, remember to wash your makeup brushes properly, wash your sponges properly. And if they're not good sponges, do not wash them, throw them out and get new ones. Because that's how you get mold in your ting. and it can smell frowsy and it's not your foundation and then it's blending into your skin and like it's a whole thing.
That wasn't good for my third eye. I could see that.
You're like, I don't want that to be anyone.
My
Seriously.
sponges, I wash them pretty much every time in between because they work better when they're damp. So it's like I might as well just wash it and put it down. Oopsie whoop. So they're kind of always clean, but never
Exactly.
really
Exactly.
clean. And then there's certain brushes, because also I use them all the time as well. I kind of like them a little wet. Like I like them damp. Like the makeup moves around a little bit better when they're damp. So I tend to wash my brushes like right before I use them. It's
I agree.
my fluffy brushes that I have to like figure out. Yeah, like those I have to have a schedule for those ones because I don't wash those ones all the time.
Well, here's the thing, right? Like I was saying, I wash like my brushes once a week. So this one is like my highlighter brush. I know it doesn't really look like a highlighter brush, but this is my highlighter brush. And literally, because I know all I use is the highlighter on it, so I'll have bare highlighter left on it, and I'll literally just take it, do my part, ooh, and then there we are. Like,
I do the same with my fan because I'm extra. When they brought out the fan brush and like girls were just like, and they were getting all like highlighters. That girl.
for me with this one, it was like I found like she wasn't really like centering where I needed her, but for the side.
Yeah, it's for here and then for like the little tip. Or
right here. True ting.
She's a little buff. It has nothing to do with anything. Cher was always like, you don't need to buy that. I was just like, yes,
but I want to.
And that's what it was. I was like, this is just fun.
Yeah.
And that was why I would do my makeup, is just so I can get that little loved it.
I did. Sorry guys. That wasn't on purpose.
Beer shots and T-dot, yo.
I swear that wasn't on purpose, but like seriously, because girls, like we've been inside, and I'm just saying these things because when we go outside, we don't want to have to be hurting because we're getting major acne and things and our skin's breaking out because we're just splurging in the fun, like supercharge, and not remember all the proper like skin and hair care things that we did that like helped us maintain to have this glow during this time, right? So coconut oil,
fractionated coconut oil. That's my bestie. Fractionated coconut oil. Fractionated coconut oil is just going to melt this right off tonight. One time, I'm going to put a towel over my pillow and I'm going to sleep with it on. I'm just letting it melt the mascara. When I wake up in the morning, I'm steaming that off my face.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds so fun and good.
Right?
I know.
It's a nice little, you don't realize, or most people do know at this point, that coconut oil is one of the best cleansing oils. Like the best.
Everything.
For damn near everything. It's true.
Everything, like from food to skin, digestion, like coconut oil is that bitch. Like
I only fuck with the liquid coconut oil though. Virgin, my body rejects.
Yeah, I only use first cold pressed coconut oil. I guess I never noticed that was liquid. But yeah. There you go. So, ladies, what advice in terms of like skincare, hair care for the summer do you have for us? Another thing is like with the hair, I've really been contemplating if I want to do like mostly braids, or like I've been fighting not to cut my hair. Like I've been truly fighting it to like not do like a pixie cut. Because I'm like, I spent so many years growing it like back now to where it is. And I'm like.
But now you know how to do it. So you can just do it again.
Oh, I'm not attached, but I'm just kind of like, Like my birthday's in September. Do I want this short look? Do I want to have to struggle to do a sew-in or to get away? Like, how do I want to go about this?
And that's what it is. The long term, the midterm, and the short term maintenance.
Very
One
important.
hair new. But sometimes you just have to say, fuck it. It's gonna look fly. It's gonna be a new me. Just step out, you know?
Just step out for real. So I'm contemplating. What about you, Killa? Do you have any like hair looks that you're like contemplating for the summer and you're like,
So I have yellow braid hair,
ooh,
and I wanted to get
that
green
one.
and do like a feed-in braid where it's like the braid starts black and then goes yellow and then goes green. But then also I wanted to do slightly bigger boxer braids with just yellow. And
Yeah,
then
I
like,
feel like I don't really see you do boxer braids.
no, because I don't do them myself. So that's not gonna happen. But I need to figure that out. I just feel like I'm like 2 or 3 YouTube tutorials away from getting it. you
It's
know?
all in the grip. It's all in the grip. Once you get those first, like I can't really do the fingers for mans to get what I'm saying, but once you get the first three,
Mm.
you're just plaiting all the way down. You're good. Because once you lock it in where it's supposed to be, it's not gonna slide down. And if you're doing the feed in, same thing. Just make sure it's a smooth baby, so that's the goal. You don't want so if you can see where the hair was added in, then it's too much. You to take a look, put a little less to the side. The thing with feed in is less is more.
Mm.
So like you can have like, say for example, the width of this straw. Like you have a hair section, like you probably need 8 of those for one braid, or like 5 to 8 of those for one braid, because you're going to start off and then feed it in, feed it in, feed it in, so it gets to the size, I guess, that you're looking for.
Okay.
I know. I hope it made some sense for you, Killa.
No, I've watched tutorials, so I know what you mean. And like you have to section them out before you even like start.
It helps a lot because once you get into the groove, you don't want to have to like now let go of the braid. Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to you can, all right, and
Yeah.
do that.
It's just like I just haven't gotten there. Like I watched that 1.5 video and be like, oh, and it clicks.
Well,
And I was too busy trying to get into the plucking hairlines.
You're so sick at that. Like
that's my other happy place. It's more photography, but then there's customizing wigs, and that's just for shits and giggles. Like I just love that shit. That's just expression.
You're so good at it. Like literally.
Thank you.
Welcome. Right? Hair. But yeah, like for me, I feel like because I started like working out, I go like for walks pretty much every day. I'm doing a lot of things to help me to sweat. So I'll be avoiding like certain hairstyles this summer. Like for me, I feel like it may be kind of braids almost the whole way through. It's just easier for me. Put on a head tie, throw it up in a bun on those really, really hot summer days. Like, and I feel like, as I said, that's the type of summer we're looking at based on how the weather's been this far.
I feel like for me this summer, my hair is going to be twists. My hair isn't twist right now. It's just a twist situation. Like now it's long enough to have it in twists and actually like style it in different styles. So it's going to be a twist thing because that's going to keep my hands out of my hair. But also if I want to put like aloe vera or anything in it,
It's
I still have access.
Yeah, to the parts. Yeah.
And then I can go. I just realized I can just do 2 French braids with this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But Kelly, your hair is beautiful. Like you have some immaculate hair, real hair. So
hair. I like I said before, I'm abundant. God's been kind to me.
Very, as he is to Libras.
I'm sorry,
Sorry, guys. Right. So yeah, I feel like that's a good general like quick tips for hair and skin. Sunscreen. Um, we should definitely incorporate.
we should do sunscreen, but like those rules that you hear out there are for white people. They are not for melanated skin. Side note, but totally related. If you don't know about Jean Pierre Spa in Toronto, you need to look up Jean Pierre. It's a very French looking
Sounds
name.
very nice.
Um, specializes in black skincare, but does skincare for all skin. She is going to have a webinar series going through June. Go on her page on Instagram and click the link to sign up for a webinar, because she talks about melanin and what melanin actually really does. So that information that's out there is not for us. It is for white people, straight up. And that's laying it on the table. She was saying, yeah, we should do sunscreen, but we shouldn't even really bother doing more than 15. What are the markers?
No idea, but I'm assuming it's the lowest one.
Yeah, so 15. And for most women, like that's you putting on your makeup. By the time you build your face of makeup, all those ingredients and like end up being 15, because I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
15. But like she was just like, your melanin kicks in. Your melanin kicks in, and like our skin doesn't process vitamin D the way that it's supposed to. Or so we're usually vitamin D deficient, and we need that stuff. So we need to soak up in the sun.
Yeah.
We literally soak up the sun. Our skin soaks the sun. It's going to be super informative. Like if you want to know yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting down when she was practicing, and I was just like, she said that, and she was just like, there's no sunscreen that can touch melanin. I was like, and then she talked on the flip side. She's like, a lot of you might be going out there and getting like a 60, I don't remember what the marker is.
SPF, is that it?
And that's what it is.
Okay.
You might be going out there getting an SPF of 60, thinking that that's better. She's like, you're blocking all the sun from your skin, because your skin needs it. Just that light buffer. That's it. And let your skin do it. And I was just like,
for real.
All these years you never knew that. And I felt a little wholer, And it seems like whatever. She just told you something. No.
Yeah.
She told me something about my skin. Like I now know my skin better, and I can move accordingly with it. But I also have to realize that I've been taking care of my skin intuitively the way I should have been. Because yeah, I wear sunscreen, but
I didn't. I used to be like, that's not for Black people, but that's definitely something I do, kind of want to, but I'm also like, I find like, I even remember like when I was younger, and like, I don't care about getting darker. Like, even when I go, like you can even see now, like if you guys watch, like over the weeks, I'm not as light as I was looking, because when I go for walks and stuff, like even the other day I went for a walk, I just had my hair braided back in like 6 in cornrows, and I just had on my Bluetooth headphones and just walking, and like the sun hitting my scalp and everything. It just felt so, because I did a fresh like coconut oil of the scalp before I went out, because I purposely wanted it to like marinate, and it just felt so amazing on my scalp. And I'm like, I never get why people be like, oh, like hide from the sun before you turn black or whatever. Like I don't, that whole bleaching and all that, like, all right, but that's not like, I'm cool. Like the blacker, I'm cool. Like let the sun burn me up.
I'll be out in the sun thinking the same thing. Like, why would they ever worry about getting darker? Like this just feels good. But then I have to understand that we use the sun as energy. So like we're literally like recharging our batteries. So it must feel good.
Literally. Have you ever gotten like sun drunk before?
Hate that. That's not for me. Because it's never just sun drunk. It's like you're sun drunk because you were drinking and you were smoking and you didn't drink any water and you didn't eat with enough nutrients. You went way too hard in the fucking paint
Way too hard.
on your rookie year.
Way too hard.
So I always hate that because it's like that's the point where my body's just like fuck you. That's it.
Facts. Like, yo, I was like, after we did the last episode, we were talking about like with government and everything like that. I was like, yo, I remember all the times I'm like, I wouldn't even get work off on Caribana weekend. So say I go to work, and those times like I used to work some like crazy hours, like 9 to 9, literally like 13-hour shifts and thing. And like then you're getting ready to go to the club for people to pick you up for like 12:31. That was like my times, you know? And then like you're gonna go out, get home at like 5 something, 4 something in the morning, and then you gotta be up at like 7 something to get to work for 9 a.m. the next day. I'm like, what were you, girl? Now I'm just looking like someone said to me the other day, like, you sound like a real old lady. But I'm like, that's some young people shit. Like, run me to my bed, please. And Thomas.
It's so crazy you say that. That whole scenario, working at the bank and being like, I don't think I should be dealing with anybody's account tomorrow.
Right?
We're just gonna thug through it, see what we gotta do. Might if we have to. Worst case scenario, there's beer, coffee, cafe shops, black coffee. Go in, like take the pain. Like really, why it's so crazy is because you're talking about it, and I'm thinking about. I think it was Tribute. Went to Tribute and like literally laid down right here.
Jeez.
I slept like this.
Jeez.
I slept like this.
Jeez.
For 45 minutes and just rolled off the edge right here.
Who's doing that right now? Fuck y'all. I want all my sleep. Run me my bed. My bed.
Run me my bed. Yes. Run me my Casper.
Find me at Club Bed every night. Okay? That is a spot for me. Shit. Like free parking. All the backwoods are fresh. The bathroom is clean.
He's telling it like a timeshare.
The bathroom is clean.
That's a mega
Oh my God. Oh my God. So yeah, like I was just like the crap that like I literally used to do. I thank God my skin was still okay through that. Cause like you said, we doing all of that you're smoking and you're drinking and you're this and all that. You didn't really have no water. And then you go to work the next day. And then your friends are like, then it's summertime now. So your friends are like, okay, if you're done work at 1, you could possibly still make the dock to go to the boat rides. Cause now it'd be like boat ride season. Oh my God. Like
that's one thing in my fuckiness that I'm always just like, for me, I have to be with the right people. Like it has to be the party homies or the homies. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It has to be good vibe homies.
Yeah.
To go be about a boat cruise. Cause my thing is like,
Once you're on
I like being able to get up and walk away whenever the cluck I choose, but I can't do that on a boat.
I've seen females do it. Straight called the water taxi.
Oh yeah. Honestly, now that might change everything because that sounds like a sexy getaway.
I think that's what they were trying to get off, and it worked.
The water taxis, we're gonna become acquainted at some point. I think this summer I want to go to the island.
Thousand Islands?
No, Eddie, yeah, I go there too, but I want to go to there's like a nude beach.
Yes, I've heard of that. I heard about it.
Go to the nude beach this year. I
You'll
think
be definitely giving them a treat.
if it's hot enough, you know, little tits out 2021.
I don't know if the world's ready to see my tits out. It's a lot going on under here. A lot going on. A lot going on.
I remember Cardi B saying something about girls with small titties being able to like
Jealous.
sheer shirts and shit.
Yeah.
But like girls have big boobies and they show their titties. It's like, yo, it's vulgar.
Yeah. Literally. And I'm also like, I'm low-key jelly because I'm like, yo, the like, I think, was it last summer when I did a meme about just letting the other big titty girls out there know that like, yo, I'm here with you. Feel your pain throughout this heat. Like, because men don't understand that boob sweat life is not cute. It's not fun.
I think it's strange when I sweat between the tits because I'm the opposite. My friend called me the president of the itty bitty titty committee.
But you have nice boobs.
And that's why I have no problem with it. It's just like that they're nice boobs. Like they are
Like,
probably the smallest boobs you will ever see, but they are really nice titties.
I've definitely seen smaller.
Oh,
But you have very beautiful boobs. Like, yeah. And this is not related, but ladies, let's love our boobs more.
yeah.
Appreciate our boobs more.
So there's this page on Instagram and they think you make pictures or you draw pictures of what your titties are shaped like. Titty pics.
Yeah.
They're called.
Oh, is it like the black line?
Yeah, but they paint it. So like I guess they can choose their color also.
Jeez.
Like just they draw their own titties.
That is interesting. Because technically you're still wearing clothes, but like these are what my titties look like.
Right. So everybody has like a picture, or sorry, like in the picture, everybody has like their clothes on per se, and then they have
Yeah.
pics up so it looks like they're nude. They have their pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick. So the other thing that kind of wanted to discuss, or we wanted to talk about, Killa, was like plants and plant mom life, which is life. I could buy all the plants.
The next thing I want in here, or I desire to be in here, is I want something that grows up.
Like what?
I don't know. They say there's a fig that is good with low light.
Ooh.
I would do a fig tree.
Ooh.
There's also supposed to be orange tree, like a dwarf orange tree. Is that an aloe?
Yeah. So you know my big aloe, yeah. So guys, like Killa knows, but like I have this huge aloe plant that I've had for like years, and thank God it's just been so good to me. And like my aloe has had like 3 different babies, so I put them around. But like I love, like I stare at like the plants every day, so you can see when like the new aloe is coming through and stuff. But
the little tip.
Yeah, if there's honestly like on a real moment, like if there's honestly something I could say that is like really helped me throughout this pandemic, is like having my plants. Seriously.
I'm gonna simmer on that. The reason why is because I got my plants during the pandemic.
But why?
Pardon?
No, I'm saying, but why? Because they make you feel good. Like,
yeah, but that's why I'm like, I have to simmer, because you just kind of opened that up where I didn't have plants.
Yeah.
I am a new plant mom. And now I have like 2 perspectives of never having a plant and now just being like a plant mom during the pandemic. And I am not a good plant mom, but I'm a new plant mom. So like I work on it and I Google the things, and my babies are growing. All of my babies are growing. Remember when I came to your house, I told you that the peace lily, she was not happy.
You
And
was happy when you got back.
no. And it's all my fault and I feel so bad. And like
I'm sorry.
she has this little leaf that's like emerging. And I'm like,
Yay.
oh, you know, like,
You
oh,
love me again.
right?
Facts.
So
Facts.
now I'm starting to see that like that connection. You know what I mean? And like the aloe, I have 3 aloe in my bedroom because they need a grow lamp. I don't get any natural light or any direct sunlight, and they love light. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there's certain ones that
Is
like,
it
yeah,
some
they
kind of
need.
lily or orchid?
So this one, yo, honestly, it's tropical. I think it's what they call tropical foliage or whatever. But let me tell you, you see this one right here? When I got it, it was like, first of all, it wasn't all of this. There's like 2 other plants coming out of it now. And it was like this, like far from it. And honestly, as you all can see, it's been showing me a lot of love. But
She's
it's like something about just feeling them and just like it just brings such comfort and like it's so therapeutic. We really want to talk about mental health and all those things. Like
talks.
it was so therapeutic to just have my plants. It's like each of them had different moods, kind of. You know which one, okay, this one I gotta give a bit more water. This one I gotta just treat her like she doesn't exist because she just, calls me when she needs me. Like it's literally like that. Like, and I love getting up every day and like seeing where like the sun hits in my place and like figure out, okay, this is where I should put her. Okay, you like it when you're here more. Like, I know it sounds kind of weird how I'm talking about it, but it's just like, yeah, like
Oh, I was gonna say my aloes are doing this thing where they're like growing towards each other, and I'm like, what's happening? What are you guys saying?
communicating.
Yeah, like what are you guys saying? And I had like 2 pups that came in, and they were in different stages
Hmm.
of their growth phase, and one was a little bit smaller, and like it just wasn't growing for the longest time, but it didn't die.
Yeah. And then out of
I
nowhere.
I just realized that sorry, I cut some of the there were some weird stalks. I just said, yo, we're gonna sacrifice those because I
Yeah.
don't think you need to have them because they're straggling or whatever. And then
Yeah.
I just started giving it more water when I watered it. And now it's like it's growing up and they're all getting big and I'm a plant mom and it's so awesome. And I'm just waiting to get some of that gel to throw inside my hair.
Legit. No, legit. And that's like the part that I love. Like I can go to my aloe plant and pick aloe and use it literally on my body. Killer knows like I love my gardening. So I can literally go in my little garden and cut out my onion and like wash and dash that in the pot and everything's blessed and it's just like there's something about agriculture that just feels so like natural and at home.
Word.
Like and just having plants, like it's just so comforting. Like I look at them and I feel like okay, they're okay, I'm okay. Like they're not turning brown, I'm not turning brown. You know those ones?
You know, when you're saying it, and I just think of a banana. And I'm like, I get it. She doesn't want to be like that.
No, I don't want to be a still banana. For sure. For sure. Now when it comes to the soil and stuff, have you like been dibble dallying with any like different kinds of soil or like plant food and stuff like that?
Um, I have a whole bunch of bags. They're green and yellow, and I guess it's a mix that's supposed to be used for indoor plants,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's not for that, it's for succulents.
Okay. My
Because I have,
succulent just died.
oh,
I think I overwatered. See, I overwatered her.
mm,
She was looking juicy, and like I was tripping. A succulent is just that filled with water. Like it don't need shit.
yeah, and that's why I got it for the aloes, because they are succulents.
Yep. Yep. So, RIP to you, Missy, but I'll definitely get another one. Those ones aren't too expensive as my other ones. Like this one was definitely kind of pricey,
Mm.
but it grows so like different and like weird.
No,
It
it's weird.
just it grows so like abstract and like the leaves look hard and plasticky, but like that's literally like how it just grows out. Like it's so different.
It looks like Super Mario,
Yeah.
but this all green.
Legit. Seeing green.
Oh,
Yes.
you know what I want? I want a Venus flytrap.
A what?
A Venus flytrap.
What's that?
The flower that has like the red one, and it has like the teeth almost,
Yeah.
and then it traps the.
Those are like, yeah, those are probably so expensive because, like, that's the other thing too. When you get into this plant life, you realize shit is not as cheap as maybe you would have thought, or the ones that you would want, they're not as cheap as you would have thought. Might as well go like, I don't know. But yeah, with that being said, it's really therapeutic. I suggest everyone should have at least one plant. A great starter plant definitely is succulent and aloe vera, because that's something that you could also use. Like I myself, I have a lot of eczema. We should have talked about that for skincare, but my eczema be tripping at times. Okay, and literally like I will take one of the aloes and cut off one part and just take it and like rub it over my skin, and it just feels so good and like just yeah, healthy, great for your skin, natural. Why not?
When you cut it, do you drain the natural latex?
No, so I shouldn't say cut it, but like when I do take off like one of the pegs off the aloe, you kind of see how like you can, I want to say kind of like fillet it, where you take off just one of the green sides but not any of the juice.
Yeah.
Then I take that and rub it like on me.
So the outer part of it.
Okay, so say this is the aloe,
Mhm.
right? So I'm gonna peel off the green,
Mhm.
and then what I have left now is the juice, the meat, and the other side of the aloe. So I'm gonna take that, and that's what I like rub,
I see what
because
you're
it's like
saying.
I find there's a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit of an excess where you don't even like have to necessarily waste all that juiciness in it, because like I put it in my hair, all of that. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone, you should at least have one plant. Like it's definitely something that I feel like definitely helped me to keep going and feeling like I had something to keep going for, even if it's just a plant.
That
So
is a good way of looking at it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's nice to be living with things. Yeah,
it is. It
yeah.
is.
Perspective.
It is. It is. Another okay, so Killa, I have been watching a lot of like shows that show like people that went places and they got like attacked by animals. Like,
Yo, some of those are raunchy, bro. When you see that, you're like, whoa, whoa. That's how bad it could get, eh?
so there's this one that I watch, and the guy, he took his 18-year-old daughter to go like hiking and camping with him before she had to go out for college. And on their hike or whatever, a grizzly bear just like, I don't want to say just popped up because technically you were in its home, but grizzly bear came about. So the dad was like, go hide type of thing. And he was like basically trying to like fight off this bear. And the bear was just like, are you dumb? And like, they're just, fast forward, this bear dealt with the man to the point where like the standby person, whatever, that had to come like deal with him after, they had to kind of like just attach the head, not attach because it wasn't fully like he survived. Like this is him telling his story.
Yeah.
But they kind of like it was loose off the thing. So they had to kind of put the head where it would be, like slightly shift it. They had to put one of his eyes, like just pluck it back in the socket. Okay. And then like even when they're showing the pictures of like when after the ambulance airlifted him and he started like the healing process, when they were done, back in the day, those like it looked like the things they put on the dog. I guess it looks like a cone thing, but this was like
Oh,
a
yeah. So
thing
that
this way.
they don't bite themselves.
Yeah, but this one wasn't a cone, but it was something like that. And it was like the rods. And I guess that was like and it was like, yo, I was like, listen.
That's intense. Whoa.
Like some of
The
these,
giant went to go with the bear.
bruh,
Oh.
bruh, it gets serious out there. So I'm just saying, I don't condone animal violence, but like if it comes down to it, bro, like, what are you gonna do?
Shoot the bear.
Jeez. So, but like I love like nature docs. There's something about like whether it's animals or like the seeing like the water, like I just love like there's something so like just mystic about watching things like that, or like places in the world you didn't know existed.
I feel like that's the last thing I watched on Netflix. I don't remember what it's called. Our World or Our Planet. I think it's Our Planet.
Yeah, that sounds like a natural, yeah, like a Discovery Channel show.
This one was more so about the sea. They touched on dolphins and certain whales and stuff.
Jeez.
And it's crazy. You're talking about when animals attack humans. And when it comes to whales, when they have them in captivity,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's what I thought you were gonna kind of say. I didn't even really think about like a nature thing. I was like, look what you guys did to the whales. And now the whales are killers.
Facts.
Yeah.
But we need to care. Yeah, we need to care more. Like, but that's only time will tell. Only time will tell. I'm not an Earth Day like preacher, but like we do need to care more and be more like, just diligent about the shit we do. When it comes to Mother Earth. Yes. And yeah, I feel like everyone, we need to just continue to really take care of ourselves. Drink your water, especially with this summer, because that's what's really going to have your skin glowing. Keeping things regular for you, that is like the most important thing. I just want us, including myself, to be healthier than the day before.
So true. Water, even if you're gonna eat the junk food, water. Drink the water. Also, breathing exercises. Maybe they're yoga exercises, maybe they're Pilates exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing exercises, and maybe find yourself a hobby.
Facts.
Find yourself something for your mental health.
I agree.
Photography, design.
And for those of you that are still listening in with us, please, if you are listening, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, tag us with your favorite parts. And if you are watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, please, and like a video. Send us comments, send us some fruit emojis so we know you're in there. So let's get into Play on Vogue for this week, Killa.
Play on Vogue.
Eat fruit and mind your business.
Tell them. So I saw that meme with Caesar talking.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was a tweet from SZA.
True.
Let's see what she said. Sorry. Okay, and I quote, I requested a black photographer for a cover and the mag told me no. LOL, it's 2021 and almost Juneteenth. Respectfully, I can't do it. And she used like the emoji with the sad eyes and then the emoji with like the black girl shrug.
Word. For me, okay, she kept it cute, so there wasn't really much to sit down and harp on. And I kind of had to respect it, but it made me reflect on the model industry and like seeing that type of behavior and knowing it and saying in 2021 there's still this like this hump that black creatives have to go like have to get over, and it's really just like a situation of racism. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, it's almost always too absurd. And I decided to reach out to one of my friends who is a pretty seasoned photographer, but also does a lot of work in the city. Like he sent me a story. Actually, so getting ahead of myself. Let me calm down. So yeah. So yeah, I asked him. I sent the tweet to him, asked him what he thought. He voice noted it for me. He referenced working with clients like Honda and being the only black guy on set, or having coming out of uni for photography, or coming out of film school, and and being the only black guy on set and having to pick the brain of the only other black creative who was a creative director, which was great, but like the only one, and his response just being like, well, you're gonna have a lot of hurdles. You just came out of school, like you're gonna have a lot of hurdles in this industry. You know, this man's been in the industry for more than 20 years. Like I've been in the industry for 24 years and he's been in the industry for way longer than that.
Yeah.
And SZA, who's this huge artist, has to get up on a public platform, an open platform, and say, shame on you. You know what I mean? And then has to have so much class as to not start a riot or not to feed into the negativity and say, I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah.
When really she should add them to like the canceled list so that the black community knows how to step around their commerce.
I agreed. I feel like just the same way how we would have to apply for applications and stuff, and they're like, check off the box, or you don't have to, but you know, if you want to let us know, they should start having stuff like that for our preference of like things like that when it comes to. But at the same time, I was thinking on the other side of it as well, Killa, like, is that a requirement maybe that she should probably put in her contract or let know it's preferred before she agrees to do these moves? So, I don't know how that world works, so I'm definitely asking.
Oh yeah, so he gave me the full out note, and his point was, shout out to Dwayne Evans. It's Dwayne Evans. Check out Dwayne Evans IG. Thank you so much for the answer that you gave me, King. I'll try and scooch over to see if we can like hear one of the voice notes. But his thing was, she is a big star. You know what I mean? She's very well known. She does big tours. You know what I mean? She's known to stand beside Kendrick Lamar. Like if she even had to bring another human being into that. But like you're a magazine and you want to shoot her. You know what I mean? And she didn't request anything that shouldn't be on set. It's not like she asked for a giraffe. She asked for a specific photographer. Anybody could have asked for a specific photographer that they had a relationship with if they wanted to. But the fact that you want to shoot her, she's this big star. She didn't say you have to find this one. She said,
Yeah.
find me one.
Yeah.
I want to be shot. I want to be shot by a Black photographer. Okay. And it's not like you even dilly dally with it. You say no. So we
Yeah.
can't work with you.
Yeah.
That to me is, it's just, it's the lack of logic.
Yeah. I think she said, well, all right, deuces.
And as she should. Like,
Yeah.
Black people should be able to pick up their dignity
That
and
part.
go about their business if it's not being respected. But it's just, he spews it out. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, no, that's the fashion industry not wanting to change hands. Always wanting to be on the same old shit. That's the same as being at an agency and there can only be 2 Black girls. One girl's gonna get the most work. The other girl's just gonna be like sitting on the shelf, like greasy.
Minority hire.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Agreed.
mean? But like 30 years later, or more than 30 years later,
Yeah.
she has to say, yo, why are you guys doing this? And I'm glad she did. Secretly, I kind of wanted her to air it out, but I'm also glad she didn't. These times are really negative, and I'm glad that she was just like, I'm not doing negativity right now.
Yeah. I agree.
And she took her hands off, but she aired it out enough on some, you know who you are, and possibly next time
I won't be so kind.
because she is a big star.
Yeah.
And when he said that, it was just like such a great, like, he came back perfectly on some respect her as a big artist that you like to listen to in your car. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you. Put some respect on SZA's name for real. I can't wait for her new project as well. She never disappoints. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. But yes, Killa, as you're saying for Play on Vogue, I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm glad she opened her mouth. We all know it's time for a change. These conversations are happening. And I hope that magazine double backs or even things for next time, because like Dwayne said, she is a superstar. She is a big star. So there's going to be a whole nother time when it's going to be in your benefit to align with her, just like it is now.
Facts.
But yeah, like I said, dignity. She held on to her dignity. And that's kind of what I take from it, is that Black people need to see that in the media. Like Black people being Black people and championing for their Blackness. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying, but I feel like even with Beyonce, it was rumored that she was somewhere else and like the team was looking very bright. And that's so she ended up elsewhere. So whoever that large company was, if that was really the case, they know they fumbled that bag and they won't make that mistake again. But I also respect the celebrities and people in places of opportunity where the masses aren't, and they take their power and they use it for good and rep for the younger people that may be coming in the door behind them.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. So is that like the wrap up for Play on Vogue this week?
That is the wrap for Play on Vogue. Thank you so much to Dwayne Evans for his insight. Wish we could have played it for you, but it's swanky right now. Yeah, shit gonna change. And really, like, it has, because the internet came and just kerfuffled everything. So
Facts.
You know?
Facts. So, like, as we said, guys, you have 6 playlists to play and enjoy. And we're excited just for all the blessings that are coming our way. And I'm praying for all the blessings to just be overflown for you, Killa, and for all of you guys listening under the parameters of our voices. Let's continue to eat fruit, mind our business. Let's continue to be aware and be present and know that like it is okay to be authentic and be yourself, and don't change that for like others.
Amen. It was sounding like a Paul prayer. It was anointing. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. I don't know. But Killa, if you could let everyone know our sponsors for this week.
Sponsors for this week are Icy Little Teams. We got the Waist Beads. Hit us up on IG. We have Saint Lucy's Skin for coffee scrubs. Hit us up there at Big Killa on 4A's on Instagram. Then we have Big Killa for the merch. Auntie Cole, big up Auntie Cole in the place. Oh, and I have this little baby. This is
I think I love it.
my little Kenya beads.
I
My
love
little
it.
green leaf. You know, things are popping. Seasons are shifting over. Things are going, but hit up Big Killa with 4A's for the wearable art and the usable art. NFTs too.
And as well, guys, you are able to get your official Downtown World merch from Shop Downtown or www.downtownworld.com/shop. Here tonight, I'm wearing Eat Fruit, Mind Your Business shirt. We also have the Downtown OG shirt. So thank you guys for your support thus far. And remember, eat fruit, mind your business, and don't waste no time with negativity.
Question. Can I get that shirt in a white crew neck?
Yes,
Gotta
I
go.
can do that for you. Let me write down because you know my brain. White crew neck.
Yes, ma'am.
In a large, you said?
Yes.
You didn't even say. I just assumed. My bad.
I realized that that's the sweet spot. So then I said yes. You know, testing all these sweats. It's like that's the sweet spot.
I know Killa loves her larger sizes, so
Right?
as do I. But yeah, thank you guys again, and let's continue to win, and we'll see you guys next week.